Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. For the next few minutes, I want you to just think of me as your personal senior consultant and coach. We're going to talk about something that is rapidly becoming literally the most critical skill in our industry: knowledge governance and AI alignment in customer support. Listen, whether you're a frontline agent, a team lead, or an ops manager, figuring out how to masterfully integrate AI into your daily workflow. It's no longer just some neat party trick. It's absolutely foundational to your career growth. AI is this incredibly powerful engine, right? But without the right steering wheel and brakes, it's just a massive liability. So today, we're going to build that steering system together.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with the AI support dilemma, then we'll cover avoiding common AI mistakes, talk about governance, walk through a really handy human judgment checklist, apply all of that to a real-world scenario, and then we'll wrap up with your professional accountability.
All right, Section 1, the AI support dilemma, and exactly why customer trust is on the line here. Look, customer support is fundamentally built on three pillars: trust, accuracy, and human connection. It takes years to build a reputation for reliability, but as I'm sure you know, it only takes seconds to completely destroy it. A single AI-generated error that actually reaches a customer can literally undo months of relationship building. AI offers us this incredible, mind-blowing speed, but if you sacrifice accuracy to get that speed, the consequences are massive. I mean, just think about a time you reached out to your bank, or maybe an airline. You're already stressed out, and the automated system gives you completely wrong information. You probably felt entirely dismissed, right? Customers do not care that an AI drafted the email. They only care that they were given the wrong answer, which means they instantly lose trust in you and the whole organization. Now, the foundation of our AI's performance is tied directly to the density of our knowledge base. It's pretty simple. When our knowledge base is complete, accurate, and up-to-date, agents can resolve way more issues efficiently. Escalations are saved for those genuinely complex edge cases. But when that knowledge is incomplete, oh boy, chaos hits. Agents don't have the answers, so they just escalate everything and response times skyrocket. And worse, if an AI pulls from an empty or outdated knowledge base, it's going to try to fill in the gaps. It'll completely fabricate statistics, or it'll invent fake policy citations. Imagine it telling a customer they have a 90-day return window when your policy is actually 30 days, all just because the AI wanted to sound helpful. It is a direct pipeline to a customer service disaster.
Moving on to Section 2, avoiding common AI mistakes, or what we call recognizing the anti-patterns.
As your coach, I really need you to understand that these aren't just random occasional oopsies. They are highly predictable traps. And the absolute most dangerous trap of them all: blind trust. This happens when we send AI-generated content to a customer without doing a thorough review. Usually, it's a mix of time pressure, frantically trying to clear that endless ticket queue, and automation bias. As humans, we're kind of wired to just assume the computer is always right, especially when it sounds so incredibly fluent and confident. But remember this golden rule: fluency is not accuracy. An AI can and will deliver a completely wrong answer in perfectly eloquent English. So verification has to be a non-negotiable step in your workflow. Never ever hit send without reading it first.
Ask yourself this: if the AI tool crashes right now, can you still do your job effectively? It is so easy to become completely dependent on an AI drafting your responses, to the point where your own professional muscles actually begin to weaken. We call this skill atrophy. You have to regularly practice unassisted work. Seriously, draft a response completely from scratch every now and then. You need to maintain your core competencies so that you are the one flying the plane, not just letting the autopilot do all the heavy lifting.
Beyond skill atrophy, we also run into context blindness and inappropriate use. Listen, AI does not understand relationship history. It is simply predicting the next word based on math, not empathy. It entirely misses a customer's loyalty and their current emotional state. Imagine you've got a highly loyal customer writing in furiously because a system glitch caused them to miss a critical deadline, and your AI spits out a response saying, "Happy Tuesday, we are absolutely thrilled to help you today." Yeah, that overly cheerful response is basically going to pour gasoline on the fire. You should actively avoid using AI for policy exceptions, deep emotional support, or really anything involving sensitive personal info. AI hallucinates when it misses context. You are there to provide that context.
Okay, Section 3, governance and responsible AI. Setting the boundaries.
I want you to think of governance not as some annoying restriction, but as a protective guardrail that keeps everybody safe. First off, we've got to constantly audit our knowledge base for diverse examples and accessibility, making sure our instructions aren't just assuming a super high level of technical skill from the customer. Next up is transparency and attribution. If we're citing an external source,
We always link to it so the customer can actually verify it for themselves. And finally, completeness and honesty. Being explicitly honest in your documentation about what is not covered is exactly what prevents the AI from hallucinating. If your internal doc openly states this feature is undocumented, the AI will relay that truth. But if you just leave a policy page totally blank, the AI might just invent a fake 1-800 number or a completely non-existent workflow just to spit out an answer.
All right, Section 4. Let's get into the human judgment checklist for evaluating task risk.
So how do we actually apply all this theory practically? Well, here is your concrete, everyday survival guide. Let's walk through these 4 critical checkpoints. First up, before using AI, you got to ask yourself, is AI even appropriate here? If it's a high emotion issue or some delicate privacy matter, just default to human-only handling right out of the gate. Second, after the AI gives you an output, is it actually accurate? You have to verify it against your authoritative sources. Third, before sending it off, read it back and ask, would I be totally comfortable if this specific response were audited by management? If the answer is no, edit it further or escalate it. And fourth, after resolution, take a quick second to reflect. Did the AI actually help here, or did it just add unnecessary risk? Your human judgment is absolutely irreplaceable at every single one of these checkpoints.
Moving to Section 5, a real-world scenario. Handling the angry customer.
Let's paint a picture here. Imagine you receive a massive, complex ticket from a longtime enterprise client who has been with your company for 5 years. They are incredibly frustrated because a recent service change completely broke their core workflow. Their message is super long, it's got multiple nested technical issues, and the language? Very emotional. Relying purely on an AI to generate a response here would be catastrophic. The AI is going to miss all the nuance, completely ignore those 5 years of brand loyalty, and is probably going to sound like a generic robot reading a terms of service document to someone who is actively panicking.
So instead, we pace through these exact 6 steps. First, we assess. Okay, yes, we can use AI behind the scenes to quickly summarize the core technical issues hidden inside their rant. Then, apply. We ask the AI to retrieve the specific policy updates and the technical workarounds. Next, verify. We double-check those technical workarounds ourselves to make 100% sure they're actually valid. Then comes the real magic. Personalize. We draft the opening and closing ourselves. We add genuine empathy, we apologize for the workflow disruption, and we directly acknowledge their 5-year history with us. We deliver a hybrid response. And finally, we reflect on the fact that, hey, the AI saved us a ton of research time, but we saved the relationship.
Finally, Section 6, your professional accountability and truly owning the output.
I want to speak to you very directly as your mentor for just a second. All the fancy tools and automation in the world do not shift where the ultimate responsibility lies in the workplace. Let's quickly review the 5 key takeaways from this explainer. First, human judgment is irreplaceable. AI is an assistant, it is not a replacement. Second, verification is a non-negotiable step in your daily workflow. Third, context truly matters. AI just cannot read the room. Fourth, your core skills require active maintenance, so you avoid that skill atrophy. And finally, professional accountability rests entirely with you.
AI does not bear accountability. You do. I really want to let that sink in for a moment. If a fabricated statistic or a completely fake policy citation reaches a customer, you can't just point the finger and blame the AI. You clicked send. You are personally responsible for every single piece of AI-assisted content that leaves your desk. You are the final filter. You are the ultimate safeguard of the company's trust.
So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. I want you to look at your own daily routines right now. Based on everything we've covered today, the anti-patterns, the checklists, those very real risks of hallucination, how will you adjust your AI workflow today to protect customer trust? Look, the tools are there to make you faster, for sure, but your judgment, that is what makes you a professional. Thanks so much for engaging with this explainer. Now get out there and take total control of your work.